Here's why it is completely fine to cut family members out of your life. Number 5. When it affects other areas of your life. A toxic relationship that impacts other essential areas of your life is a clear sign that it's time to cut them off. When the stress from the relationship impacts other areas of your life, such as work and at home, then it's time to cut things off. A relationship or friendship with someone should be one that allows you to grow and makes you happy. It should be one that helps you strive in your life and your career, giving you the motivation to succeed. A relationship that hinders this and affects your performance at work or other aspects of your life is one that should be abandoned immediately. Number 4. When it gives you negative feelings. Clinical psychiatrist Mark Goulston says that if a person constantly creates a negative feeling within you just upon mention, then it's time to get rid of that person. If the thought of the person makes you sick, or if a simple text, email, or voicemail from them puts a giant knot in your stomach, it's a huge clue that you should cut them off. And when you are constantly around someone who is negative and makes you feel negative thoughts, it will start affecting how you feel about yourself and will drain away all of the positivity you have in your life. This will start affecting your relationships with other people as well as your overall mindset and mental health. If a relationship negatively impacts your immediate family, such as your kids and spouse, then it is time to reconsider if that relationship is really worth it. If the relationship is harmful to your family, it may be time to take a step back. Number 3. When it starts to affect your health. Keeping an ongoing relationship with a toxic family member can be detrimental to one's health. Stressful relationships, whether they are relationships with friends, family members, or significant others, can increase the risk of high blood pressure, weaken a person's immune system, and cause headaches and stomach problems. Stressful relationships can also lead to sleep problems, lower a person's self-esteem, and cause depression and anxiety. This is why cutting off certain toxic family members can be better for a person's overall health. Although it may be hard to cut off a family member, it is important to think about your health above anyone or anything else. If your relationship with a family member is starting to have a negative effect on your life, you should consider cutting them off before it gets worse. Number 2. When the relationship has become one-sided. If a relationship is one-sided, then it might be time to leave. This is never a good sign and is something you should pick up on sooner rather than later. If the relationship is constantly about one person, whether they be feelings, decisions, or money, then it might be time to leave. For instance, if a family member is always borrowing money or is constantly needing money, then it might be time to cut them off. When a relationship, whether it is a partner, friend, or family member, is all about the other person, it is time to consider cutting ties. This is a red flag because it shows that the other person cares more about his or her well-being than yours. This is selfish, and it can have a negative impact on the way you think about yourself, as well as the way the other person treats you. If you notice that someone is constantly taking but never giving, or you notice that a family member is taking advantage of you, it's a sign that it may be time to cut them off. A relationship should always be two-sided, and it is extremely important to establish this early on so that you can avoid any issues down the road. Toxic relationships affect your mental and physical health and can lead to even more issues down the road if they are not taken care of quickly. When you are in a relationship with a family member and the relationship is toxic, it is important to establish boundaries and an understanding of what you will accept and what you will not accept. This way, the other person knows what is expected of them, and if they cross those boundaries, they know they will lose you. It is extremely important to stand your ground and be firm with these boundaries. Allowing someone to cross your boundaries will give them the assumption that they have power over you. He or she will take advantage of you and is also very likely to manipulate you, simply because they know they can. Number 1. When it becomes abusive. Sherry Campbell, a psychologist from California, says that one of the first signs that you should cut off a family member is when it becomes abusive. Whether the abuse is mental, physical, sexual, verbal, or emotional, it's time to cut that person off. Relationships which are based off of manipulation and are built off of anxiety are extremely toxic. Never knowing or being able to predict how situations are going to turn out with this toxic person are signs that it's time to let go. An abusive relationship is a dangerous and toxic one. Not only can it affect your mental health, but it can isolate you from people you love and severely affect the way you look at relationships in the future. It is best to watch out for red flags and spot warning signs before getting too deep into an abusive relationship with a family member. The victims in abusive relationships are often ashamed or embarrassed and do not tell anyone. But it is important to be able to recognize the signs and cut this type of person out of your life before it's too late. As family members, unlike friends, are not people you can choose. Rather, they are a group you are born into. You don't really get a choice in who your parents, siblings, or relatives are, and sometimes you get into some serious arguments or altercations with them. But what is the limit? And when do you know it's time to cut off toxic family members? Well, there are several tips and cues from psychologists, scientists, and studies that indicate it's time to cut off certain ties. Certain family members can be toxic, volatile, negative, and downright hard to be around. Being around negative people like that is not healthy at all, but it's not always easy to cut off family members because they are just that, your family. There are certain circumstances, however, where boundaries need to be made and action needs to be taken in the event that a toxic person is negatively affecting your life. So say no. Say no to all those toxic people in your life. Say goodbye to them once and for all, and you'll be shocked by how much more positive your life will become. What other warning signs are there that you should cut someone out from your life? Let us know by commenting below. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.